yesterday said 5 and 6. Who won earlier today? Zach won that, so that's okay. So actually it would be close. Yeah, close, because Henry Ross has got 5 wins, Matt has got 6 at the moment. Okay, let's worry about that in just a moment as the revs rise and away we go. I'm going to be watching Tyler Donovan very closely because he's raced fresh and he's got away to a reasonably good start, but the guys on the front row, on the row ahead of him, have gone away to a slightly better one. He's looking for the inside though, and he moves up to 2nd place for Tyler Donovan. He is on it like a bonnet. Here we go into Hollywood, and I'm not quite sure who got the whole shot there. Really could well be Zach Weston, actually. I think. Yeah, got it. You think something else?
I want to put it as Matt Hallett as
the
green wheels.
No, fair play, mate. I'll go with your eyesight any day of the week. It's a lot better than mine.
Probably changed by now, to be fair. So you go through old hairpin, and it looks like so everybody is through safely to go down Craner Curve through the old hairpin underneath Starkey.
That's a big lead. Whoever's got that lead, that's for sure.
It's a dark black out there at the front as well, isn't it? And it's around about the second or so. Would you say that Keith already?
Yeah, absolutely. That is probably. Let me go. 1,001, 1,000. Yeah, over a second actually as we go up towards Coppers.
Right.
Obviously, we're not going to get the split times in just a moment. We will have again the leader. It's Tyler Donovan. What a hero! Wow, I knew he'd made a good start. I didn't realise it was that good. This could be a real spanner in the work as far as the points go, because he's perfectly eligible to score points.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
Wow, fantastic stuff for Tyler. I tell you what, if he competed in the 600 championship as well, who knows? Here we come then out of the Robert Chicane.
Just a quick one, you mentioned the points. Tyler Donovan is club.
Of course he is, yeah. So actually, well, but this is overall, isn't it? Oh no, it won't count then, will it? No, you're right, it won't.
So we've got to look in class.
Yeah, it's a big class thing here. Oh, that's a great shame.
Aaron Hand is in the pits, unfortunately, for the Welshman.
So that's Henry Ross who leads the way ahead of Zach Weston. So that's good news as far as Henry goes, because Matt Hallett comes across the line in 5th place. Yeah, Donovan easily the leading club, and it's very hard to remember that he's, strictly speaking, club, and he hasn't been racing that many years, really. I think he's going to have to upgrade his licence for next year, that's for sure. Interestingly, the fastest in the 2nd sector, though, was Henry Ross. Henry looking to claim another win, and that would make the maths a lot easier if Henry does indeed take the win, because it means he takes the championship as well. He'll have won the, 4 or 5 of the last 6 races. So a really good comeback from Henry there as they go up the top once again. And yeah, DNFs for Henry, 1 at Cadwell Park, 1 at Alt Park. It might have been a DNS as he missed the collecting area, so he could already have been the champion if he hadn't missed that race, of course. Up to the top we go then, and the fastest in the 1st second, Matt Hallett. Is that Matt? No, it's Gareth Cunningham. Sorry, mate. Yeah, got the lines mixed up there. And they're all in the 54s, though, so there's not really that much to choose between them. As Tyler Donovan chose a clean pair on Pirellis to Henry Ross once again. 1.3 seconds was his gap. Go on, mate.
Matt Hallett there didn't get the drive on the exit of Robert Chicane there, and that's allowed Barry Daimler to come through. So it's Matt Hallett who's dropped down to 5th position in class now. Elijah Everton has returned back to the pits, and he's
a rather annoyed Elijah Everton.
Pretty angry at the bike, I think it is, looking down at the gear lever.
Yeah, I think it's unfortunately the gear lever is maybe as a result of that crash earlier.
The bike did go down on the left side, didn't it?
Yeah, and obviously some sort of problem there. So Elijah very, very annoyed with himself, and well, I'm not really sure if it's himself or somebody else, but unfortunately for Elijah, that is DNF for him, 2nd one of the day. Very frustrating to wait all that time to get a race in, and then all of a sudden you go out on the 2nd lap. So Donovan, Ross, Cunningham, the gap came down that time around, actually, because half a second quicker that time was Henry Ross than Tyler Donovan, so it could be a good little scrap. Obviously Henry Ross will know, we might not know that Donovan is...
Oh, we've got a rider down up there at the right-hander of McLean's.
Oh.
And we can see waving down here from the grandstand.
And unfortunately, it looks like it's the number 19 of Tyler Donovan, who has found the scenery after looking so good. That's going to leave the way open for Henry Ross.
And that would be more points for Henry Ross in the championship. Of course, the higher, further up, the bigger the points gap is between him and Matt Hallett. Oh, no, of course, it's in different class.
You made the same mistake I made earlier. That's why you had me confused, Zach, when you collected leave and making that mistake earlier. It's all good, mate. Don't worry about it. We don't get paid enough for these things as well. So what a great shape of Tyler Donovan after looking so brilliant there as Henry Ross comes across the line with a 1.7 second gap over Gareth Cunningham. Zach Weston moves up to 3rd place with Barry Daimler in 4th. Reese Forrest now leads the Clubbins ahead of Jake Donkersley, and then we got Matt Pallett dropping down one to 7th place, so definitely not going his way. And my mate Gareth Faith is in 3rd place. Come on, Gareth, you can do this. Only pretty much side by side with Jake Anderton, who's done very well indeed throughout the year. So Gareth really enjoying the wet conditions. Irish chap and big Joey Dunlop fan, to say the least. Right, up the top the leaders go once again, and we are going to see Ross and Cunningham there now. Cunningham will be pushing on as hard as he can. Oh boy, I have to say it looks like Henry Ross is going to do the business here. He's had a really good run of results recently, and to claim that championship, down onto the straight they come, and Henry Ross is just going to keep it all together in these very tricky conditions. He's going to make his way into the Robert chicane now, just going to keep it between the white lines, got to hit the white lines. Comes out nice and smooth there, using all the track that he dare over the line. That gap, which was 1.7 seconds, has now come down to 1.5 because Gareth Cunningham has gone quicker. Does a 1:22.1 to his rival 22.3. We've still got 6 laps left in this race. Weston comes across the line 1.4 seconds behind, then down low. A change of place for Donkersley and Forrest. Then it's Pallett. Anderton gets his better advantage over Faith there as well. In fact, Anderton has done a lot better than Faith on that lap. Gareth unfortunately losing about 2.4 seconds or so. Kai Dickinson, Addy Beehall, Jack Wolf next over the line. Go on, mate, you're looking around there. What are you trying to see?
I'm just looking.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. That's what you do as a commentator, I suppose. Well, you can look at Henry Ross leading up to McLean's. Again, unchallenged up there, and wait and see if the chasing pack can get that a little bit closer. But I have to say, at the moment, Henry is definitely proving the man on the march at the moment. He proved himself to be good earlier today, and he does indeed go purple in sector 1, but that becomes green as Zach Weston goes purple instead. He's quite a bit quicker than Gareth Cunningham, who's chasing him. That's obviously his main opposition. Weston, of course, is chasing Cunningham, and that little bit of an advantage he's just gained will mean that he's going to close the gap to him by the time we get round to the line to complete the halfway stage in this race. Over the line then, Henry Ross tucked in tight. Beginning pit boards there. Here's a red light shining brightly in the distance there. He makes his way down into Rd8, and round he goes. Yeah, that battle for second is definitely hotting up, isn't it? Weston has definitely closed down. He's got it down to less than 0.5 of a second now.
I don't know what's happening with Matt Pallett. He doesn't seem to like these wet conditions, because the gap between him and Jake Anderton was 2.2. It's now down to 0.3 of a second.
Yeah.
As Matt Pallett loses 1 second compared with his personal best of the race on that lap. So it's kind of unravelling a little bit for Matt Pallett. The only kind of saving grace would be that the 2 guys behind him are Clubmans.
Yeah, absolutely. But well, the guys ahead of him, the Clubmans as well, of course. I don't know if it's a saving grace or not, but at the moment it means he's in 5th place, so he's looking to pick up 11 points. What he desperately needs to do is to win the race, and unfortunately it's looking like his main rival in the championship, Henry Ross, is going to do that. Somebody else is coming into the pits there.
It's Bedwell, that is. That's Callum
Bedwell, unfortunately for him. The Dayglow bit's not working so well today, so that's a great shame for Callum. So that means we've managed to lose 4 bikes in this race, so we're down to a dozen or so riders circulating at this stage. So Bedwell, Donovan, Everton and Hands all retiring from the event. Over the line then for one more time, Henry Ross. 6 down, 4 to go for the leader. Over the line this time, he's again enjoys a gap of 2.9 seconds. Cunningham over Weston is 0.389, so it's coming down little by little. I think if Zach sees any kind of a gap, he'll find his way through it. Not a lot to choose from, really.
There comes Matt Pallett and Jake Anderton. They're fighting for 7th position on circuit. Of course, that will be for 5th in class for Matt Pallett, 3rd in class for Jake Anderton. There goes Gareth Faith. He's putting in a personal best lap on that previous lap. Did Gareth Faith, 1 minute 26.435. For Kai Dickinson, 125.9 for him. That's 6th in the MROs for Kai Dickinson, rounding out the overall top 10. So next up is Addy Beehall and the 85 of Jack Wolf.
Okay, just 2 more races to go after this particular one, so we're rapidly running out of time. We won't run out of daylight today, at least, because it's we're going to finish nicely on time. Shows you how much wiggle room we got built into the program. The amount of times we run out of time,
This is going to be an interesting one because Zach Weston found his way through on Gareth Cunningham, and he's gone purple in sector number 1 and half a second quicker than your race leader Henry Ross.
Well, it'd be interesting to see if he could do it because it's going to be a big old gap. It's going to be around about a 3-second gap. He's gone a little bit quicker than his rivals in front of him, but not by very much, only by about half a second or so. Let's see what the gap is. Now he's going to be let loose, basically. Come on then, Zach. Let's see what you've really got. He comes across the line. This time he does a 21.663. His rival has a 21.856. So that's 0.2 of a second. The gap is 3.1 seconds. To be fair, Zach's a talented youngster, but 3 seconds in these conditions, it's going to be tough, isn't it? We'll wait and see.
Zach Weston's got his own incentive to get that race win as well, because he may be fighting for second in the championship. I can't remember what the points difference is.
Do you know what? You mentioned that. I haven't written Zach off completely, but you're right. He 3:29. He's a fair way behind, to be fair. He's around about 18 points behind Matt Pallett. So, 18 points behind Matt Pallett as we come into this race. So Matt Pallett would have to do a lot worse than that, to be fair. But nonetheless, Zach will definitely be trying to push on as hard as he can. We'll get an idea of the split times. A 53. No, you have a look at that. Henry Ross, you can't take it away from him. He goes green in sector 1 there. Weston goes yellow. A couple of tenths slower than his main rival, so he's definitely not going to pull back that 3 seconds of that particular race, unfortunately. Well, you're never going to pull back any time at all when you're going backwards. But nonetheless, it's a great ride from the youngster. First time out this year, of course, on the 600 machine. And let's not forget, he raced that machine as a 15-year-old, didn't he, at the very start of the year?
For 1 day, yeah.
For 1 day, yeah. And he finished 4th. So it wasn't too shabby a debut. And then he was a 16-year-old the next day, where he got a 2nd and a 3rd. And you did wonder what the youngster was going to be capable of. Had some good, consistent performances throughout the year, and including a win. Unfortunately, not enough wins, but nonetheless a very impressive 600 debut for the former Ninja Junior champion. So Reece Forrest continues to lead Jake Donkersley in the Clubbins. Jake Anderson, the class rep, is doing a great job there in 3rd place of the Clubbins. Paul Bloomfield, of course, has wrapped up the championship. And actually, I didn't realise that Jake Anderson came into this meeting just 8 points behind Tom Walker in 2nd in the Clubbins. There's something we haven't really looked at. Walker is not in this particular race, and I think that might be Jake in 2nd place in the championship overall. So that's definitely a good result for him, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't remember calling out Tom Walker's name this weekend.
No, not at all. No, unfortunately. Reece Forrest is actually, I tell you who else might be.
Tom Walker there got a 10th in yesterday's first race.
Okay, so 6 points there.
I don't see race number 2 there.
Okay, so 6 points he earned there, but his rival there managed to pick up a 3rd, picked up a 4th, so 7 points better. To the other one, Reece Forrest actually was only 13 points behind Jake, which means that he was only 21 points behind Tom. So I tell you what, could well be Reece Forrest, who has picked up 1-2 wins so far. This could be the 3rd win for Reece Forrest, 75 points. He could well overhaul the pair of them, actually. We'll definitely have to get the maths out and the calculator out and do some maths there. But I don't think 2nd and 3rd are settled in the Clubbins by any stretch of the imagination, of course. So Ross, Weston, Cunningham, Daimler, Forrest, Donkersley, Pallett, Anderson, all on their last lap as Faith comes along to join that elite club inside the top 10 there, 9th place overall, 4th in class. That's the frustrating thing. Ty Dickinson is up next. Addy Beagle, after the problems earlier, he's recovered to still be out there circulating on his Kawasaki. But out in front is Henry Ross, who's the fastest man on the track. 21.129 is his best lap. That was a couple of laps ago. He's done a 21.153 as well on the last lap. So really quick, really consistent. Now he's got green again in sector 1. So he's looking to go even quicker again as he makes his way into the Robert Chicane for the last time for what is going to be a championship winning race. So well done to Henry Ross there. Congratulations. And he does indeed do a 21.1 fastest lap of the race. A very convincing win from Henry Ross. And it's going to be Zach Weston in 2nd, 5.3 seconds back. Then Gareth Cunningham finishes in 4th. Close battle for the 4th place there from Barry Dymo. Just ahead of Reece Forrest, who of course is the leading clubman, ahead of Jake Donkersley. Matt Pallett looking to finish in 5th place there. Unfortunately for Matt, that will be 2nd in the championship for him with those 11 points that he's picking up. Zach picking up 9 points more than him. I don't think it's going to be enough, unfortunately. I know it's not going to be enough. nonetheless, good season, into a good season, good race to end a good season, eh, Bradley?
It certainly was. And well, fastest lap of the race on that final lap.
Yeah.
Henry Ross as well, as you said, at 1 minute 21.1. So everybody inside the top 5 were in the 21s at the end of that one. But it's